Collective, welcome in my channel. Today I'm coming online to do a quick tarot reading for you all on the topic of why are you so loved. I'm excited to be here for you today. I'm excited to do this kind of reading for once instead of only the light language. And I want to invite you to open up to receive love as much as you can. Use your discernment, tap in with yourself, your own guides, whoever you use, God. But yeah, please open up and enjoy. So we've got 3 piles today. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to make a choice. And then we'll get started. So pile 1, or collective of pile 1. Why are you so loved? You have really calm, grounded, nice energy. And I think people just love it about you. And yet I also get the sense that you have a really deep imagination. And that you can imagine and come up with, but also connect to worlds that other people just cannot fathom connecting with. They love hearing you talk about those worlds, those experiences, and the beauty that is your mind, your soul, and your being, and your experience in that. I feel like you're a very balanced person in all that. You have many sides to you. And somehow you manage to combine like a soft, calm, serene groundedness, as it seems to the outside. I understand it might not feel like that on the inside. And then you have that side of that wild imagination, that creativity, that force of creation, all your interests. And it's a beautiful mix of wonder, and people just want to explore that. They love that so much. So that is for a little bit of channeling. When I look at the cards, the first thing that draws me to these cards is the fact that it's number 9, choice, with understanding consequences. And there's also another 9 on this card, even though this one adds up to 3 in the end. And 9's about letting go and releasing. I feel you have a really mature way of navigating choices. No, that's not the right way to say it. Let me search for some correct words. It's at the tip of my tongue. You have a way of navigating life's phases in a way that's very gracious. There might be some big or difficult choices for other people. And somehow it seems as if you very easily, or just easily in general, move through those choices and get to a scenario or a choice that works well for you. And they can see the messiness in it, and they are not perfect. Like, life is messy and people see that. But you move through your choices with such a grace and strength. And that leaves people in awe. They see a certain grace and support that you have for yourself. as it also being a way of you loving yourself actually too. Also with the book Fairy and the amount of dragons that's on this card. I mean, this is a deck about dragons, so don't get me wrong, but with the fairy and the dragons and all, I feel that you might also just love reading fantasy books. Like The Court of Thorns and Roses and all those kind of fairy books, like those really big, heavy books come to mind. Just as a little confirmation, I mean, it's quite on point with the theme here. And do you also happen to be some kind of seer or an intuitive person yourself and use mediums such as smoke or air? Or anything like that for yourself? Whether it's like something that you culturally do, like saging the house or other things, or imagining things or seeing things from the depths of your coffee or tea, or working with air in another way. I think that's also magic to people if you do. But yeah, people just love you and they are in awe of you and they think you're magic. You're so magical yourself. Both so magical in that fantasy sort of way, in a way of wonder of wow, the person is magic, but also in a way that it's so magical how human you are and how much of this earth you are. Like you're the best of both worlds. You're not like a walking head. I mean, the talking head is possible too, but you're not like one of those people that are just walking heads and they don't connect either to the plane of vision and the plane of earth or reality. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Much love. And we'll move on to the next pile. Thank you. So, pile 2. Welcome to this reading. And I'm just going to kick off. People love your fierceness. They love your self-expression. They love how you stand up for your own values and your own self-worth. And I think it's amazing how you can also get away with those kind of things. For some reason, you can say the most outrageous things. You can set the most daring boundaries, and yet you always get away with it. In a good sense. Like they're just amazed by it. They are amazed by how much you believe in yourself and put it out in the world. And I think you should love yourself for that. I think you should love yourself for expressing yourself. For expressing that fire that's inside yourself, of that fierceness. And it doesn't have to be loud fierceness. It doesn't have to be like all the jingles, the bells and drums and like the whole party and all the sound. Like for some of you that's the case. But this is about being loud and standing up for yourself in a quiet way. And it is mostly something that you should love about yourself. There's also the invitation to love yourself deeper in that sense, to see yourself deeper and stand up for yourself deeper, and at some point also soften the edges that you've built around you. And not be as judgmental and harsh about the form it comes in. So why are you so loved? I think another reason that people love you so much is that you reflect little pieces of them back to them. You might compliment people. Yeah, I feel that you give compliments to people that really they value a lot. And you might be a helpful person. You might want to lend them hands and be there when they need you, in some cases. And like really be there. So yeah, you have a beautiful expression and people just adore you for that. And not just people, but also the etheric realms. They're just amazed by your beauty and expression. And they rejoice every time that you express your soul. And they're just saying like, don't be harsh on yourself. Keep believing in yourself, keep loving yourself. And keep expressing yourself, whether it be quiet or in the way that you live and embody your life, or whether it's with your voice. And always keep noticing, how can I love myself more? Not what do I need externally to reflect love to me, but how can I infuse myself with love right now? What mindset of words can I use? So yeah, that for a little guidance. And I want to thank you a lot for being here. Now I'll move on to the Lespal. Thank you. So, pile 3. Last but not least. And I love the purple theme that you have going on. Yeah, you're, at least I can say for sure that you color coordinate your outfit in great ways. I know that's a little bit weird thing to start off a reading about why are you so loved, but people just love the way that you dress and how you, well, most actually how you combine the colors in your outfits. But the main reason people love you so much is because you're so unique and so soft and so kind in your own way. In those cards, you also see some edgy things like even her wings. They are not really soft and rounded and all that. And the dragon, of course, had its talons and the spikes on its spine and on the tail and all that kind of stuff. So there's a certain softness about you, but it's not. You're not like a push over or someone people just walk over. Yeah, but you have an amazing softness nonetheless. And I think that piece of uniqueness that people love about you, it's a uniqueness in the way that you choose to express life through yourself in a certain sense. In other words, it's not necessarily self-expression or the way that you see or do things. But as a human, you have choices on how or what you do and how you express yourself. And you chose for yourself a really unique way of expressing yourself in the world. Or you do that not even that consciously. And that's just something that shines through in everything you do. You can wear the most normal clothes or be at the most normal setting, like a family meeting with people that have seen and known you for 20 years or so. And yet you still have that unique light that shines to you, that always shines below the surface. Like it's visible, but it's also kind of ethereal and untouchable. Like a reflection from a diamond. Like you cannot touch the reflection, but you see it all the time when you move, when you go about things, and even when you sit quiet in the right spot. And you shine that light everywhere you go. Yeah, and keep believing in yourself. Because that self-belief is also so strong, so beautiful. People just love the whole of you and how you interact with the world and how you stand in the world. I feel there's a lot of variety also in this collective. But whether you're soft or quiet, or whether you're like a bold one and you like all the edgy looks and all that stuff, people love you for it nonetheless. Also your changes or that you don't change, like it's a constant factor in your life, no matter how you show up or where you are. In your connection to nature, you have a really artistic way of connecting to nature. I do not know exactly how, but I feel like you're perceived like that with people and also spirits, because the question of why are you so loved is not just for people, how they see you, but also your guides, your angels, God. Like maybe even for yourself. Maybe I'm saying some things that you love about yourself, and that's perfect because it's about why are you so loved by you, by others, internally, externally. You're so creative when it comes down to nature. Like connecting with nature, doing art with nature, maybe your mindset around it. Like name all the ways that you can create. And there's probably one that really stands out if you think about it. You might have to think deep, because those things are not always that clear or that loud. So yeah, thank you. I'm grateful for you being here. Yeah, and know that the world is grateful for you being here too. So thank you. That was it. Much love. And I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.